Alright, what's up, gamers? Gamers of the world. Logy Bay Gamers here. We're still making Jovens. We're back on some Jovens if you didn't see the first video, which is more than likely we were making some new versions of Joven card for fun. Because he's cool. It's hard to get it to show him to you though. Let's see. No, I don't think it's gonna work. So anyway, you look up Joven on your computer or whatever. He's cool from Homelands. A big 5-mana 3/3 red guy who destroys artifacts. He works at the Snark's House of Sin. He's a tough bouncer. He's got ferrets. He's got tools. He's also a thief. He hangs out with Chandler. He doesn't like Iran the Relentless. And he doesn't, well, he's going to steal a rhino. So anyway, we made a couple of them yesterday. We're going to move on now to white Joven. So I thought Joven was a bouncer, and being a bouncer is a thing that a white card would do. Isn't what that bodyguard guy? I think of him like a bouncer for some reason. Personal bodyguard. So this is Joven, confident bouncer. I hope I spelled it right. And this is a traditional Joven, so he's just gonna have the real deal casting cost. So I have to draw excuse me, a couple of suns in here, because the white mana symbol is like a sun, I guess. Is it the sun? It's like a spiky ball. At least at one point it was. I don't know what it looks like right now. They had like a swirly ball and then they changed it. The other one, they're the same as they used to be. Something like that. Anyway, so Joven confident bouncer. This again, like, I don't think he's gonna be a rogue. And I forgot to write in the last video that they were legends, but they were legends. Just like Joven is a legend, these are legends too. I thought I'd like, yeah, anyway. Is this a legendary now? Legendary creature? I don't really know. Human. He's gonna be a citizen as well. Citizen. There. Citizen. That's just for you. Now we're gonna have. What's he gonna do? I thought since Joven doesn't like artifacts and he's a bouncer, then this Joven could be do some bouncing to the artifacts, but not really bounce because that's a blue thing, but more like attacks because he's white, so he wants you to pay like to get in the door of the Snark's House of Sin, right? So during each player's upkeep, or like I think that should say like at the beginning of but you get the idea. Players upkeep. I don't really know how you word this, but for each artifact they control, I don't really know how you're supposed to word it, but for each artifact they control, like, they pay one or sacrifice that artifact. Or maybe like that is becomes tapped and stays tapped or something. I don't know. It should be like, maybe it doesn't like, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter really. Something like this. We're trying to tax the artifacts. For each artifact they control, they pay one. And we'll send it off to the proper team to word it the way that makes it make sense for the rules. Play one or sacrifice that artifact. He really doesn't like the artifacts, so he's gonna say, you can't come into Snarks with your artifacts. You have to pay me. And it's nice of him. And he's big. And he costs 5, so we wanted to fight with Iran. I think it's important that Joven and Iran the Relentless always trade. So this is a big bouncer Joven. So he's like the size almost of like an elephant. He's a big 4/5. And basically the art for this one is like more or less exactly the same as the art on the original one, except now he has like a armor helmet thing. I don't know how you make them, like some shit like this, and it's like, and he has his like eyes, and with his fish on his eyes, and he's like happy about it all. He has his beard, it's bigger now because he's a bouncer. He stands here and he's like, he takes up the whole spot, and now Snargs is like a big deal. They've changed the spelling to be like Snargs. So that's Joven, confident bouncer. He's got armor now, so he doesn't give a shit. He needs like shoulder things, right? Yeah, they have them. Alright. So this is the Joven taxer, the white Joven. And then I think you gotta move on to the next Joven, which is black. We're gonna make the black Joven. And I didn't work very hard on this black one because I don't know, Joven's a kind guy, so I figured the black Joven would be Joven the unkind. Or maybe you don't need this thingy there. And then this one I would make another like cheaper Joven. 2 and a skull. There we go. I should color it in, I guess, but then you won't be able to see the teeth. I think that looks pretty good. Alright, and then it's gonna be like, I didn't pay attention to see if you could see me draw in the last one. Hopefully you could. I'm not even gonna write legend because that's annoying. Legendary creature, and this one can be a human rogue again. Congratulations on making it back to being a human rogue for Joven. And then this one, so Joven's tools make it so stuff can't block, like except by walls or whatever. And no one really cares about walls anymore. So maybe though he could have what is it, menace. Like, but that's what they would put on it. And like, say it said menace. This would be normal. We're gonna change that though, and we're gonna leave the walls mechanic as can only be blocked by creatures with defender. Defender, oh yeah. So instead of menace, we got this other evasion ability in line with the Joven's tools. Classic. And then Joven is mad at artifacts. You gotta be mad at artifacts. Like, they do a lot of messing around on the board and they cause a lot of bothersome things to happen in the game. So I think Joven is right. He wants to kill them rocks. He wants to shut down the artifacts. He's real mad. But this one, he's just gonna hurt everyone for their artifacts. So when Joven, and I mean Joven the Unkind, enters the battlefield, and we write ETB so that it's shorter, or attacks, like just like the green one had, because I think that's always a good time to have both of these. Each player loses 1 life for each, what do you think is going to be, artifact they control. I guess it could be like not you, but like he hates artifacts, so he's like, if you put them in your deck, like I'm also going to be mad at you, because I was like, this would be pretty like powerful if it was exclusive. He's going to be 3-2. Is it because it doesn't cost as much. This Joven, I didn't really think about the picture on this one like at all. is so like he's unkind now. I don't know what that even means. Like I guess he won't let you in. When he enters or attacks, everyone loses 1 life, and he can't be blocked. So I guess this one is like sneaky Joven. You know, he can't be blocked. So he's got his tools, which appears to just be like belts and lockpicks. But this Joven, he's gonna have like a big cape, so that he can like move through the night and no one sees him. And he's kind of like some of the other Jovens I made, where he's walking away over to the left, but you barely even see his face. You can only tell it's him because he has his fish makeup here, and lets you know, and a bit of his beard. And then that secret Joven, the unkind, sneaking away, and he's like, he can get through doors with his Joven's tools. So he's here messing with this door, trying to get in, and it's not much of a trying thing. He can get in, no problem. He's really good at picking locks. He's a master thief after all, in his blue form. And this is kind of similar to another picture I made, and now it looks like the door isn't part of this wall. All this the door has like a frame of stones around it like this. And here in the alley of Joven City. This is not Snarks. This is like down the street from Snarks, somewhere else where he can do things like this, and people won't see him who he associates with like on the regular. He doesn't want too much attention because he's going around doing unkind things here. So that's the black. We got the white. What comes next? Well, Joven's already red, but we're gonna make another red Joven because I thought that was a bit fun, and I thought, you know, this is a good one. Got a cool name. This is Joven Artiphobe, because he hates artifacts. And he is red originally, so he gets to shine here in red. We're gonna make him better than he ever was, I think. I never drew the fire yet. I guess that's not bad. Just kind of like, you know, it's something. It's separate from the crappy blue circles I made. Although the fire goes around the other way, but I didn't have enough room to do that. This is Joven Artiphobe, and he's also a legendary creature, human rogue. Look at that writing. Alright, that doesn't matter, because you know he's a legendary creature, human rogue, because I haven't changed it from his original. Except he costs 1 less now, because we want him to be more better, you know? You don't want him to look like a joke. Joven's a tough guy. And then Eron the Relentless, he's always dealing with him, and he's got haste. So Joven's getting haste. Gotta keep up with Eron. Eron's annoying where he can regenerate. So Joven's gotta be annoying too. But I think he should probably still just like kill artifacts, because he really doesn't like artifacts. That's what he does. He steals them and he destroys them. And this one, I guess it's red. I never thought about it much. I just was like, he should just kill the artifacts. But what if it he stole or killed a random artifact because he's red, and it happened all the time. I don't know. I guess you could tap him. You could attack with him. I thought you'd have to tap him before. But what if it's just tap? You don't even have to pay red. You just tap Joven. Well, I guess it might be too easy to break it by accident. It's going to cost a red mana and to tap Joven, which I noticed on the modern cards is in a circle, so we'll put the circle there. He red and tap Joven, then it's just going to be choose an artifact at random, and its controller sacrifices it. Maybe it should be that you don't control what it's red. You just being like, I don't care anymore. I'm just going all out. Wait. I meant to say at random. Its controller sacrifices it. or would it be its controller sacrifices that artifact? But either way, choose an artifact at random. Its controller sacrifices these. I guess I should rate that artifact. Whatever. There. So I don't know if forced sacrifice is super red, but we wanted to just be able to kill annoying indestructible guys too. Like, just because Joven is like, he has had enough with the freaking artifacts, man. Like, get him off of the board. Get him out of here. Too many artifacts. Now, it costs less now, but like, want him to be strong. And red things, like, they have more power than toughness a lot of times. So I think it's fair if he's a 4/3 these days. And so this, I guess this should be Joven just like gleefully smashing artifacts. Like, he's here. I really know how to draw shoes, but he's like stomping on like signets and stuff and laughing joyfully, gleefully laughing. And he's like, I would make him choking out a mirror or something. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. He's jumping and make his legs thick enough. There we go. Joe's a big guy. He's the man. He gotta have some strong legs. So here he's gonna be like over here at the Snarks out of the scene, like choking out a mirror. And I don't know how to really draw a mirror. What do they even look like? They're like a weird little robot, and then it's like dead in his hands. I don't know how their legs are, but this is a mirror. You see if it was colored in. This is Joven's strong arm, his armband, and then because his head, I guess he can be looking down this way, because otherwise I won't be able to fit his full face. And he's like laughing. I don't know how to make someone laughing, so he's just gonna look crazy instead, because that's all I can really draw. Oops, I forgot that goes there. That's just that's more of his hair, I guess. And then gotta have his cool eyes, and he's here thrashing and bashing about in the Snark's house of sin, getting absolutely sinful. He's coming for something else. What other artifacts do they have? I don't even really know. Can't think of enough right now. There's the ground. They did a bad job drawing the ground. It made the objects in the foreground more confusing. Used to have a couple colors, not that I could do anything with them, but anyway. Here's the mirror he's traced out again some more. And then, yeah, Joven's come to get, like, treasure. I guess that's a kind of artifact that's around these days. And the treasure's just here. He doesn't want the money. He's just going to smash it and throw it in the fireplace. Doesn't care about anything anymore. Hopefully you can see what I was doing. Never thought about that, but probably could. If you couldn't, I'll probably know before you do, and there's nothing we can do about it, but I'll try harder next time. And we got Joven going for the treasure. There we go. Joven, artiphobe. He's ready to kill. He doesn't want anyone to have an artifact anywhere. He is. I don't know if I read out the ones either. Joven Artiphobe. He's a 2/red legendary creature human rogue. He has haste and an ability that's red and tap him. Choose an artifact at random. Its controller sacrifices it. Or that artifact. Maybe it should be it. I don't know how to word these cards. That's a different part of the team. 4/3. That's what he's going to be, because I think it's fair. And okay, so far. Joven the Unkind, Joven Artiphobe, Joven Confident Bouncer. These even fit. And the Confident Bouncer, he's a big artifact taxer. Doesn't take no for an answer. Joven the Unkind, he gleefully sneaks around, gets through the walls. Maybe it was the red guy who was gleeful. This guy's unkind. Either way. He can get through. He can only be blocked by creatures with Defender, and he hurts people for their artifacts. 2 random abilities, but we know that's what Joven does. We checked out the source material. And then we got the Joven Artifact. We just talked about him. I had a Joven artifact, Joven the Bejeweled Man, inspired by the Rhino, but I'm not going to put him in here right now because this has been too long already. But maybe that will come in a couple of days or tomorrow or something. You may, yes. Hopefully, yeah, yes. Hopefully, yes.